Okay. Well, I restarted it, so whatever. That's super annoying. Anyhow, let's see if Tiger can pull off this infinite. Looks like we blocked a cat punch. Okay, so it's 29 to 12? Okay, 29 to 12. Alright, so this is the Plus Ultra Smash. This is another way to do the soft infinite, right? I think you have to have less foundations than your rival, though. Which, as Tiger, you probably do. Okay, we have another mid block with the Summon Dark Shadow. And unfortunately, no more gas. So Tokoyami getting chipped away. But what attack was that? I don't think that was a cat punch. There might have been another attack from the... Could it have been a knee smash? You might have partial blocked a knee smash. That could have been it. So far, we haven't seen All Might's mentorship yet, though. All Might's mentorship is a great way to get the combo being consistent. And now can Tiger survive with 29 life? 29 life you should feel pretty good about. 3 cards in hand you should feel pretty good about. Double Specialist of Sound you should feel pretty good about. Double Spooky you should feel pretty good about. I don't feel good about Tiger's chances of surviving. Between double Irrefutable, basic training, easily excited, and requesting, I don't feel good about Tiger's chance of survival. I'll be honest. You should feel good, but I don't. So first enhance, we're going to get to do the +1 to my checks, -1 to yours, which is why I imagine we did all the basic trainings. Yeah. Yeah, we see the die being put on both of the decks, meaning that was in fact the first enhance. Tiger just passing, probably opting to block this one, right? We don't really have to use our once per turn gimmick here. Seal Spooky. Oh no, another Specialist. Okay. That's about as good. I was going to seal both, right? I would seal Spooky and I'd seal Specialist. Those are the 2 seals I would make. I don't really care about you drawing cards. You're not going to draw off. You're finished. I'm not in deadlock, right? What can the all symbol do here? Oh, Ruthless Mockery. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I was going to say, what can the all symbol do here to slow down this Tokoyami turn? Ruthless Mockery is it. -2 damage for the whole turn might be just enough. Tokoyami's still going to go ahead and play the Heat Wave. Try to draw some cards. Makes a lot of sense, right? Even if the Ruthless Mockery changes our game plan, says, okay, well, 29 to deal with -2 on everything might not be worth risking it all for. We are, however, going to get +4 damage onto this Heat Wave. So the Heat Wave came in at... Oh, it only got +2. One of those was a Jolt. I thought that was indiscriminate. My bad. That was just the RLE Jolt. So I don't really play Jolt with the Heat Wave version, right? In the Tesla Tokoyami, we traded drawing potential for interaction with the opponent and like explosive momentum plays. So it didn't really... It's a little bit of an on-bow here, but we can reliably take this poke as Tiger, and it's not going to feel too bad. But we did already use an Irrefutable, right? We used an Irrefutable before we saw the Mockery come out. So I like the play of the Heat Wave because it's reliable to get momentum for later. It's draw 2 cards now. But we're using Irrefutable either to avoid deadlock or to go for the kill through -2 damage on everything, which Tokoyami can do. If you play one Summoned Dark Shadow, right, you're already at parity because of your character plus the floating stats. But we have not put down a Summoned Dark Shadow yet. And we're going to block on 7, 8, 9. Is that a convenient timing? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, convenient timing. Taking away the +1 from Azure Inferno. Love to see that. Gonna force a commit one here on this. So maybe we did Irrefutable. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's just gonna move them all around. All right, I'll count when he's done moving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we might have used the Irrefutables mostly to get out of deadlock, which I don't like that plan. But building one with nature is kind of necessary, and building chivalrous with it is definitely good. So might not be the worst plan. All Symbol has some great deadlock. I don't know if this deck plays it though. I don't know if this deck plays Pull No Punches or, you know, Price for Peace or any of the other really good punch deadlock. The All Symbol deadlock is a lot of weapon stuff, right? So we'll see, we'll see. What is this attack again? Is it Hardened Steel? Is it Shinso Punch? I think that's actually the Shinso Punch. Yeah, that's Shinso Punch. Off guard punch. If it's not blocked, your rival discards a card. That's interesting. I guess it's pretty good for like weeding out blocks to start going infinite with the Hardened Barrage, right? Interesting to note, on our turn as Tokoyami, we played mid block, low block, low block, low block. We didn't use up any of our high blocks. Meaning you gotta think we're prepared for the barrage. We're down to take this one because it doesn't begin a loop. 27 on top now. We're at 9 for Tokoyami after that. Award the victor. Let's go. So both players have the same number of foundations. I don't think we actually get to unflip one, right? If you have less foundations in your rival, unflip one. Yeah. Alright, here comes the barrage. We got the breaker block out of the way. Now we're going to play Hardened Barrage on a 5. Going to give itself a damage. And we're going to check the zones of our rival. Okay, struggling, coming back in. This is our third attack, right? We used Award the Victor to put one on top earlier. Doing the Tiger Enhance. So we know one of the cards in their hand. Okay. So Breaker 2 seems nice here, but we do get to unflip Award the Victor and cancel it out if we really need to. But we don't have the way to go infinite, right? So I mean, we're still checking a 3 no matter what. Oh, but we're checking a 3 on an action, which is sick. Let's go. Now we still get the +2 to our attack check. Oh, no. What do you got now? Tokoyami? Oh, if he doesn't have a high block, it's just over. If there's no high... We have Chivalrous to fish. We can fish with a Chivalrous. But this is basically high block or bust. Oh, the top of the deck was a high block. The top of the deck was an Electric Jolt high block. It's got to be a high block in our hand, right? There's no way the Capture Evil Doers is going to sequence us into the second barrage to get the infinite going. There's just no way. Oh, we're at 5 now as well. I've been keeping up with the health. We're not scooping it up yet, so we either don't know that this actually is just going to loop on us. Oh no, we don't have a way to draw. I keep forgetting we don't have the last part of the combo. The last part of the combo is All Might's Mentorship. So that way you can respond to draw. Yeah. Which we got really close to being able to draw cards off of You're Finished, but... My goodness. We're so close. Oh, that is not... That's not the unflip the Award the Victor. Yeah, we need the last part of the combo. Which I don't think I've seen in All Might's Mentorship yet. So... I don't even know if we have the DLC for the Soft Infinite, but man, Tokoyami really getting away with one there. Just managing to hold on. No review, that's scary. No review is incredibly scary. So the Breaker 2 to force the sequence. Even without the high block, we survive. Ugh, gross. Gross. Tokoyami's gonna steal this one in round 3. Now we have the one with nature out, right? We don't have ways to seal anything anymore. That could be the ultimate equalizer, as Levi likes to say. Starting off with 1.3 is either really good or really bad for you if you are the Tiger in this situation. This is either exactly the thing you want to see or the last thing you want to see. This either means we got more than one, or it means that our hand is kind of ass. So... Tiger did a good job of not going to deadlock either, so there is that. Alright, opting to both draw. Yeah, no review. Starts on 1.3. Not looking good for the rival. Yeah, we gave this -3 after it got the easily excited. But with one with nature and a summon Dark Shadow, it's still basically 4 speed. So that can't feel great. Yeah, +6 damage about to come in. Or maybe not. Maybe we just play around the once per turn the whole turn. I feel like you gotta force it out if you actually want to play around it. Did you see what looked to be an ice storm in Tokoyami's hand? Okay, to the rescue. Coming in with that block on a 6. How long am I going for tonight? I'm not 100% sure. I think after this, my internet was choppy. But after this round, I got to run an errand. I'm going to take a break, and I'll be back to do props and slops from Jasco articles. So I'll probably be around to like midnight Pacific time, I guess. Because this will be ending in like 10, 15 minutes. Depending on how long this Tokoyami turn is. And I'll be gone for like an hour. So then I'll be back at like 10 o'clock Pacific time-ish. What I imagine. Hey, what's up, Gamer Drew? You guys just got back from your locals, huh? Oh, here's the Twisting Azure Inferno. This one also getting the Specialist of Sound treatment. Locals was a wash because Gamma? That's sad. You just had to fight Andrew's Giro deck 10 times again? Alright, we got the Playa Body block. Still taking no damage. But we got +1 to our checks without even using an action card yet. Oh, okay, okay. You guys had the TTS backup plan? Turns out Muscular is not good. I think Muscular is okay. I think Muscular's in a very rough spot even after the Ojiro ban. 9 6 checks. Is it League of Villains bar all for one? Ooh, okay. Here comes Frozen Slash. This was in the Nationals winning list for Tokoyami, but it's been dropped recently. I don't think too many people have been playing Frozen Slash. It is that high block, right? I've been playing more and more Jolt over Frozen Slash. What can I say? Stats are not what I'm lacking. League Interview is on Chaos. And 4, Taunt the Hero. Wild. That is kind of wild. Checking 6s is fun. Checking a 6 on a blank card, I don't know. Yeah, I prefer Jolt too. Frozen Slash is really neat because you're like, oh, Summon Dark Shadow turns it on. But then you're like, well, this one is like 4 high for 6 or 7. And then the next one is just, you know, also still unblockable. Nothing feels better than actually getting to use Deadlock Enhance on Slash. Bruh. I'm surprised they printed it, not gonna lie. I'm surprised that you can play a Frozen Slash and just burn somebody, but it is deadlock gated, like pretty much all the other like burns that can kill you. So I don't know. I think I'm with Chiefs. I think burning someone is better than -2 to their checks. Like -2 might be like Val Season might be a stronger deadlock because it's like 2 speed on all your attacks. But it feels pretty good to just say, you know what, reduce your life total. Oh, now we're going to do the summon on a 5. That's gross. And we check a summon as if to let you know. We've not seen a Dark Shadow Ruin yet, by the way. We've not seen Tokoyami play a Dark Shadow Ruin this whole match. They've just been doing absolute work all over Tiger's health bar without Dark Shadow Ruin. I wish I played in Oceania if that's how you guys play. Every time I tune into an Oceanic regional, it does not look like that. Whenever I'm able to watch Oceanic players playing, it's Ojiro 2 and Ochako 2. And they're like, 3 foundations is all I need to kill you. I would love to build to 20 and cross my arms and say, try to go through this. That's what I was, that was my introduction to UFS. That's what got me hooked on UFS. What made me like UFS is how many people did that. And then you could get through it if you sequenced properly and took risk. Uh-oh, big spooky happening. Big spooky. We're only going to shave 3 damage off this? 4 damage off of it? No, 3 damage off it. Interesting. Oh, this is the one you need to use the character on, right? We use spooky. This one's going to get big. Can we sequence around the once per turn? Because it comes in +3/+3. Kinda nasty. He gets 1 from Summon, 2 from Frozen Slash. But Tiger once per turn should still be available. The likelihood that this gets really fast is really good. The likelihood that we swing this for lethal, not so good. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to bait out the once per turn and then see, is there any chance of a follow-up? I don't know. Oh, there is. There's Ice Storm with a momentum. Immediately snaps the powerful down. Tiger's going to look at their hand, realize that between One with Nature, Summon Dark Shadow, and the Enhance on Ice Storm to say you can't block with any attack cards, that's gonna do it. Ice Baby from set 1 closes it out with full progressive difficulty, but +1 to the check from Azure Inferno. Oh my goodness. rough stuff for Tiger. Tiger was looking good for a minute there. I wonder if they're mainboarding Eyes of the Tiger. If that was a potential card in the deck. Yeah, he's got the full Ojiro sleeves, Ojiro mat. Feel bad for him. It looked closer than it was, I think. I think that's the thing. Like, Tiger did a really good job of making it close. Tiger did a really good job of pressuring the health total, but just never found like a lethal line. You know? Unfortunate. Well, man, you hate to see it. You really do. It's JoJo's slowed down. It's a slow JoJo theme. I have a soundboard now. I'm gonna set it up hopefully so that like viewers can spend channel points and it will play a sound from the soundboard. Right now it's mostly just Jose Norono sounds. We got that one. We got Third Strike.
That's what I expected.
Got the anime sound. One of my favorites. Oh, wow. Got the goofy yell for when you're getting smoked by Tokoyami. Third Strike music would be expensive, my friend. Though the soundtrack is fucking tight.
Do it again.
Got Do It Again. Got the Vine sound effect. Alright, anyhow, folks, I have to run a quick errand. I hope to be back soon. I'm gonna say 1 hour, just to be safe. I'd like to be back in 15 minutes, but we'll see. And then hopefully I'll be able to go live again. Yeah, I gotta run an errand. And then we'll talk about these Gamma articles. Where'd they go? I got these. Have you guys seen these articles? New Beginnings and the Expo reveals. I'll do both. Maybe I can... Yeah, props streaming UnFunFridays, slops running an errand. I don't know, maybe I can set it, maybe I can push it back. Let me see. Because I don't want to leave and then try to get the viewership back, right? I've got a decent chat going. Let me see what I can do. Maybe I can push it around. Because this won't take long. This will be like 15-minute, 20-minute stream, right? So let me see what I can do, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back to let you know if I'm going to be back in an hour or in 5 minutes. The errand is not food related. I will tell you that. All right, I'm gonna power through this. Let me. Oh, what the? No clue how I did that. Usually so. Love that. Love that for you. Drag racing in the neighborhood. Alright. Let's power these out. Let's do a couple quick YouTube videos. Oh, not my chat on screen? What? Oh, it's there. It just got erased. Oh, say hi, YouTube. If you want to be on YouTube. Otherwise, let's go through these articles. Bill Stark did this. Oh, Bill Stark did both of these. Wild. Okay. Excuse me. Get that out of the way. We've got a couple new articles coming out from Jasco Games. Both of these by Bill Stark, who some of you might recognize the name from Magic the Gathering / Wizards of the Coast fame. He worked there for a pretty long time. I think as a production manager or a product manager. Not 100% sure, but we've got a couple new articles, some more communication from Jasco Games, and they involve Gamma, Expo, and basically Set 5 design process. So the first one, this one in this video, is the Gamma Expo Set 5 reveals. So I'm going to be ranking some W's for Jasco and some L's for Jasco in these videos. And I got to say, the biggest one, the biggest W is Clash Reunion is releasing soon. So the Clash Reunion box has some really, really cool cards in it. I really want to get my hands on a card like Runaway, so within the next month, this should be available. I know there has recently been some posting about the Oceanic players not really having great access to this product. I don't know if that's Jasco's fault or if that is a distributor issue. I can't really comment on that, but at the same time, really want to play with those cards. I really want to get those in my hand. I really want to add Masterminding and Runaway are the two outliers for me that I personally want to play with the most. But I also really like the Momo card, the Insulation Cape, I think it's called, where you get to flip it in the card pool and then cancel abilities that want to touch my stage. So really dig that card as well. Hopefully those add a great new wrinkle, a great new interaction to our metagame. But on top of that, they announced Undaunted Raid, which is going to be the next set, and then they've also spoiled the starter deck character cards. So I think as far as theme goes, these are both a W, Overhaul and Mirio Tagada. I'm not saying these names right, I don't care. No one's ever given me a pronunciation key for the characters, so I do think it's a little interesting that Mirio, that Lemillion is so easy to understand, right? Your punch or slam gets 2 damage, you change the zone, and then E-commit, discard a momentum, 0 the damage. Very simple, very clean. But then you go to Overhaul, and he's got like he's got a whole chapter of text, right? So first enhance, you get to build a card from your hand face down. Then he has response, flip 1 foundation after the block step. So he basically has flip plus 2 damage, gain 1 life if your attack deals, right? But he only flips when it matters, and that's huge compared to a character like Aoyama or just anyone using Tight-Lipped, where you have to make the decision first and then see what your rival's going to do, see if they're going to block it. So I think that is really, really cool. I've been told he heals himself with his quirk in the show, so that little bit of life gain, the symbols make a lot of sense. And then the scary thing is enhance once per turn. You may play 1 face down card from your stage face up as your next card, ignoring progressive difficulty. And then if it's your rival's turn, you have to discard a card to do it. So I don't know if he's going to be able to play actions from his discard pile. I believe not, because when you play the action, you're playing the ability on the card, and then playing the card is just part of that process. So hopefully he can't play seizing the advantage from his stage. But the last time I looked in the rules for him, the official ruling was that no, it doesn't work that way. And, you know, I don't know if that was officially stamped, but right now he's not going to be able to loop season the advantage, but he does get to play late string attacks, ignoring progressive, which is kind of insane. He gets to play a reciprocal acceleration kick, really, 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 really good. He gets to play staff strike really good. So a very, very scary character. A lot of people are, I think, overhyping it just a tiny, tiny bit, only because the build is from your hand. If he built a card from discard pile or from his deck, you know, as the free card, I think we could have some grounds to be like, whoa, hold on. If he blocked without discarding a card, we could be like, whoa, hold on. But as it stands, he is still an incredibly tough nut to crack because of that enhanced once per turn, allowing you to always have the perfect block zone from your stage. So expect Earth decks for overhaul early on. Expect them to be really, really strong Earth decks, but also expect to adapt your playstyle to it. Either way, I think these are both really cool. Lemillion, you know, the changing of the zone makes a lot of sense because his attacks are basically impossible to block. They're impossible to see coming. He'll just phase through you. That's basically his whole introduction scene, right? Is how everyone tries to block his punches coming at them, and it just doesn't work out. The enhanced commit, discard 1 momentum, reduces attacks damage to 0. To me, that's the attack going through him, right? When you want to attack him, he can also basically phase out. So very, very cool flavor wins. Pretty strong abilities. I think if this was a response commit, this character is immediately like a format staple for these symbols. But as it stands, as an enhanced, there is some interesting sequencing you can do back and forth. The other two characters that were previewed are Sun Eater, Tamaki Amajiki. Definitely not saying that right, but 7 hand size, 20 health. You love to see it. A 720 Aaron Chaos character. Very, very cool stuff. And the water symbol does face up momentum a lot right now. And at the start of your end phase, you can add 1 attack from your card pool to your momentum face up. And then enhance once per turn. You get plus X damage equal to the number of face up momentum you have plus 2. So basement of plus 2 damage once per turn is pretty cool. And then once per game, you can choose up to 3 momentum. If they're face up, you flip them face down, and then you can unflip them. So this is going to allow you to reuse momentum effects. This is going to effectively refresh their uses for the turn. But the biggest thing is this is going to let you electric jolt someone 6 times in a turn cycle. This is going to let you absolutely destroy their stage with electric jolt. So I'm really, really scared of this character. Just being able to annihilate my board regularly, but that's just 1 attack, right? That's just 1 card. And on the water symbol, he'll get to draw a bunch of cards off stab. He'll get to burn you a lot off of, you know, all the different toga cards. So there's a lot of scary stuff he could be doing. I mean, on the water symbol, dual needle lunge just fits right in, doesn't it? So I think this is going to be a surprisingly powerful character, but it's going to be off the back of interactions that you do rather than stats that you give. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for a character that doesn't really care about numbers on every single attack, but he still has the damage pump that you're going to need to be relevant in this upcoming format. Now, the closest thing to an L is Nejire Hado, and I don't really want to call this an L or a slop. I don't really think that this is a really bad design. I just haven't figured it out. After you play or block with a foundation, gain 2 health once per turn. I love that. I love that a lot. I want to play this character. Enhance. Permanently reduce your maximum health by 1. This attack gets -2 speed or +2 damage. I don't like that. I don't like that very much at all. I don't want to play this character. It seems like it's either not a cost, right? If you're going to just zonk your opponent and win the game, permanently reducing your max health by 1 doesn't really matter. I assume her kit is going to care about you being at maximum vitality. So reducing your maximum to kind of meet in the middle, right? Like you reduce your health twice and you gain 2 health. You're more likely to be at maximum health. So I think that that's really cool. Very interesting that she shares 2 symbols with Sun Eater. So we still have Air and Chaos. Really, I'm going to have to see this character's kit. I think that the flavor is on point as far as she has to use her own life force. She has to, you know, I think she just gets really sleepy in the show, but she has to use her own life force to power her quirk, and it's a pretty powerful one at that. So I don't hate it. The 721 starting health line is pretty interesting too, but that's two characters that share two symbols that have a very similar hand size and starting health. So it'll be really interesting to see where Air and Chaos end up after this set, depending on how these two kits interact with each other. Next up, we have upgraded booster packs. So starting with Undaunted Raid, each booster pack will include 11 cards, that's up from 10, with one character card per pack. So basically every single booster pack is just having a character card added to it. This is a massive W for sealed play and draft play. You know, before, the biggest thing kind of keeping me away from that play was I have to pull a random card in my sealed pack and then play off symbol stuff, and I'm just not really gelling with that. I'm down for loose symbol chaining, but just jamming any single card into any single deck is a little much for me. There's definitely avenues for that play, but when it came to sealed and draft, like, I'd much rather draft around a character that I've opened up or that I have access to and I can kind of plan around. So adding character cards to these packs is going to greatly increase the ability and the playability of these packs. So I think that is a W. And also it means that you're going to be able to get all the playable characters probably from buying one box. I know people would buy 1 or 2 boxes of older sets, and especially for like collectors who want like one of everything, hunting down character cards was kind of an issue. So this should solve things for a lot of people. Speaking of collectors, Chrome Rares are back, and this is a hot topic for sure. There's not a lot of details here. It just says Chrome Rares are back. So I don't know anything else about the Chrome Rares. You know, I'm going into this article basically blind. I don't see anything else in this article about Chromes at all. So as far as I know, these are the serialized 1 through 100, 5 different cards. And the only thing I have seen on Facebook that they announced that they're not going to be character cards. So I guess I can inject that reasoning here, but Chrome Rares, I would say, are not a W or an L. It's kind of in the middle for me. Like, me personally, I don't care about Chromes, but for people who want to hunt these things down, or, you know, for people who pull them, maybe it is a massive W. I'm surprised that we like took them away and then are now bringing them back. I'm pretty neutral on Chromes myself. I do think that Chromes not being characters is a W, because if you're trying to get people to collect more of the set, if you are trying to encourage people to open more packs and it is a collector's product, then they're more likely to want 4 of them. If you're someone who wants to play with Chrome Rares instead of just collecting them, needing 4 for a playset, I think, is better overall. If they're at the same distribution model, it should be nearly impossible to get 4 of them, though. So we'll see how it goes. I think not choosing characters is good, though, but that's because I'm not a collector, and so the idea of hunting down 4 of a Chrome means that I probably will have more people trying to buy my Chrome Rare, which means I can buy more product, right? I can open up a Chrome in a pack, and it has a better chance of being valuable, because in the past, we haven't seen too many sales on the Chrome Rares. We haven't seen a ton of vested interest in collectors. They typically get what they need very early on in the set, and then it just kind of leaves everyone else in the dust. So I'll wait for more information on this one, but for right now, I'm very neutral on Chrome Rare. Adjusted Secret Rare rarity. So in previous releases, Secret Rare cards were approximately 1 card per 3 booster boxes, with 2 Secret Rare cards per set. So that's 2 per case, right? Starting with Undaunted Raid, there will be 6 Secret Rare cards, which appear significantly more frequently in booster packs, with an average of 1 Secret Rare card per box. So what I'll talk about the next thing. So the next thing is the simplified collector path. So I wonder if the simplified collector path includes the Chrome part, but we'll see. Starting with Undaunted Raid, we're making the following changes to make our game easier to collect than ever before. There's no first edition or unlimited print differentiation. It's all one print run. That's really cool. But here's the important part. Furthermore, we have simplified the process for players to find the cards they want. Starting with this set, there are no Cork Pack cards separate from the booster pack product. And there will not be a DLC associated with this set. So they want to be doing fewer things and doing them better, and I think this is a massive upgrade. I personally thought DLCs were like a cool idea if you wanted to have an ancillary product, you know, having it be guaranteed cards, unlike the Clash Reunion packs where I can just say I want these cards, I can just buy them, this is what they're worth. You know, if you only wanted like 2 of them, like that's kind of tough, but that's what singles are for, right? Go to unfunstuff.com. But so no quirk packs is huge. No quirk packs is awesome. I love that. There are no quirk packs at all. There are no quirk pack cards separate from the booster pack product. So you do not need to track down a box topper. Instead, because the secret rares are now 1 per box, you're basically going to be getting a secret rare as your box top. That's how I see it. The big difference is that you don't need to buy a whole box just to get them, which means that you can get this in your participation prizing for going to an event. You can buy 3 packs and pull the rare out of it. You can buy, you know, loose packs from your store and actually have a chance to pull something from it, right? So instead of quirk packs, we get secret rares in every box, and I think that is a massive W. I think that this is going to make it easier for people to track down the cards they want. I think it's going to, you know, with chrome rares and stuff, if chrome rares destroy the secondary market value of the set, that's not the biggest deal to me personally. XRs have done a good job of keeping cards worth something. Having some valuable version of a card is good. Having easy access for new players to get the cards they want and not feel like it's a pay-to-win game is good as well. I've talked in the past, the best way to get new players into your game is to give them free cards. Give people a deck to play. They will almost feel obligated to play it. If you make it easy for them to play the game, they will choose to play your game. So I love this change. I think it's a massive W. I'm here for it. And then the improved pre-release experience. This is the one I'm most interested in. So a primary focus of ours with Undaunted Raid was to lower the friction for stores to run structured events such as pre-releases. Starting with Undaunted Raid, pre-release kits are individually packaged for ease of event management. I don't know exactly the changes for that because I don't work at a store. I haven't talked that much. You know, there's always talk around in the Discords and stuff like that, and I do get stories from the different store owners that I know in the community, right? They share their experiences, and there's always some confusion. There's always some new rule change. So the biggest thing for me is character cards in the packs combined with a more linear rule set, right? Like the individual package for the pre-release kits should have all the information you need to run it. It should go much smoother this time. And having a sealed format, having a limited format for the game is only going to help LGSs. It's only going to help new players. So I'm really, really excited. That's got to be a W as well. And then they announced the name of the 6th MHA CCG set, Jetburn, releasing in Q4. So looking forward to that. Really hoping for a Q3 release, but you know, if it's early Q4, that could be really good as well. Something like before the holiday rush, right? So all in all, mostly W's in this announcement, mostly good stuff. So really excited to see what comes out of set 5. Really excited to see what changes are to sealed play. The secret rare being 1 per box is really interesting, and I guess mostly I'm waiting for more information on the chrome rares, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What were your major W's? What were your major L's? Is there anything about this announcement you didn't like? Tell me, and we can talk about it. So anyways, till next time, guys, I'll see you around. Peace out. Gotta be before Nats again? Probably. Probably will just be like, here's the new set. Here's Nationals. Go. Like, tournament grinders, go. We'll see. We'll see. Props. Chrome Rare Back Alley Haymaker. Have they said that? People keep speculating. Slob's Chrome Rare Acid Fling. That's so funny. Yeah. Props. Good card. Slobs. Bad card. One with Nature Chrome. I could see it. Okay. Let's do a set 5 design spotlight. I really think they didn't ban some stuff because they have Arlie or Chromes already in the works. People have said that about every set, right? People have said that pretty much every time we're looking for a ban list, and I don't think they've made any of the promos be any cards that people wanted to have banned yet. I don't know. They did a ratted Kirishima one for a Chrome. I don't think that matters. I really, if that mattered a lot, they would not have done the errated Kirishima one. They would have done the current Kirishima 2, right? Like, the art is the same. All right, let's do, because I haven't seen this one at all. Let's do set 5 design spot. Hey guys, I'm back with another props and slops video. This time we're looking at the set 5 design spotlight article, also by Bill Stark. And in this one, kind of introduces himself a bit. He talks about being the director of gaming, meaning he leads the team that builds the cards that make up the universe's system. And he says he's here to introduce himself, but more importantly, to introduce the exciting 5th set in the My Hero Academia world, Undaunted Raid. So at a glance, when he joined the team, set 5 was already underway, and they have a few key takeaways. Players prefer bigger sets. I would agree with this. I would say that more cards coming into the mix is good. Not pulling the same cards over and over feels better from my booster packs. It can be harder to track things down that way, but I think that also helps keep your cards be valuable early on at the very least. The results from a few experiments were in and some pivots were in order. Improving accessibility for new players while keeping long-term fans happy would be a big win-win. I mean, that just makes sense, right? Like, I don't know exactly how those two things are strictly related, but that's obviously true. Players love when opening a booster pack feels awesome. I mean, yeah. I guess it's a little deterministic, right? It's after the results, obviously, like, good things are good is kind of how that feels. But yeah, opening a booster pack feels awesome. What makes it feel awesome? Is it the fact that the card has value monetarily? Is it the fact that a card is rare? Is it the fact that the card looks good? Is it the fact that the card goes good in your deck, that it plays good? What makes opening a booster pack feel awesome? That's what I need to know. That's the information I actually need, is what do they think makes opening a booster pack feel awesome? Because it's definitely different for everyone, right? For most people, I think it's just whether or not the card's worth money. But for me, it's always, is it the card I'm looking for from my deck so I don't have to spend money to go get it? Which, that just means printing cards that I want to play. So he says, before I dive into what we did with those takeaways, he's going to introduce the we that he's referring to, and he's the game design team. So here is the game design team for Undaunted Raid. So Church, Clint Badger, 2016 U.S. National Teams champion. I could beat that guy. Shane Duckworth, 3-time UFS World Champion. I could beat that guy. Tim Friedlieb, numerous universes top cuts. I could definitely beat that guy. And then Jeremy Ray, multi-time World and National Champion. I could beat that guy too. So I don't think we really need to talk too much about the design team. They're all nice people, but I could beat them all at once, with my hands tied behind my back, the sun in my eyes, while I'm answering the phone, But these are all very cool people, and yeah, they're all very experienced players, right? You notice that every single one of these people has more than 6 or 7 years of experience, right? I think Tim Friedlieb is the newest person on the team, and he's been playing since at least 2015. And that's a good sign, right? That these people have long-term relationships within the community, and most of them being, high-caliber players. So by the time Bill Starks joined, he says game design already has a solution they thought might answer all 4 takeaways at once. So what is it? Getting more out of a booster. The key factor that makes universes interesting and appealing to gamers is its when worlds collide premise. Pit your favorite character from one franchise against your favorite character from an entirely separate franchise. That's really cool. This is the My Hero card game website, not the Universes website. So is this a teaser that we might get like a new brand coming? Like, I'm surprised we can talk about this on the MHAcardgame.com website. It's promising for the future, though. So, who would win in a fight, Zangief or Mega Man? That's so obvious. Zangief can just spin through every projectile. Mega Man can't touch it. Because we're a character-driven game, one of the most exciting things a player can find in a booster pack is their favorite character. I don't know about that. That's very good for sealed play. That's very good for limited play. Putting a character card in every booster, I don't think makes it more exciting. Being able to find XR characters was a big deal. XR characters is one of the best things they've ever done. So I definitely think that having the XR foil variants for every character fills that role. Just pulling a character in every pack is gonna just, I know I'm getting a character in every pack now. So it's pretty interesting. Let's see what they have to say about it. It was a novel thought exercise at first, but the more it was discussed, the more sense it made. It certainly made opening booster packs more appealing, but it solved a much bigger problem, playing limited formats. Right, that's the big win there. I think it's mostly about limited formats. I don't think that me pulling my second, third, fourth copy of my favorite character really adds anything to the booster pack. Maybe there's a small dope hit, like every time you open your favorite character, you're just like, nice, it's a blessed pack, but it's really the limited play, let's be real. So you need a character to operate. Talking about how in limited you have to open the character. Previously, this meant there was a risk you might not receive a character card in your pool at all and wouldn't be able to play any deck. And in the past, we solved this by providing tournament organizers extra copies of character cards, which is true. We used to get like a full art version that said not legal for tournament play on the other side. So you had a full art side, and you flipped it over, it had the character text box as normal, but just said it's not legal. It was only for draft, which I thought was really weird, but it's something people kind of ignored and just played the full arts anyway. I played with the full art at Worlds multiple years in a row, even though on the backside it says not tournament legal. But yeah, I'd love to see that come back. I'd love to see dual-sided character cards come back. I don't know if I want to see it as a limited product, for pre-releases, but I'd like to see it in some capacity. Especially since character cards usually don't go in your deck. This approach solved the problem, but came with its own issues. Providing these extra cards was confusing for local game stores and provided negative incentive, for players to try to game the system by ignoring the characters in their pools and instead going for the most powerful character to support the strategy their pool provided. I mean, again, that's kind of how we always did it, right? We always just got other characters and you would draft around that. And that's why draft is better than sealed, because if too many people are drafting the same thing, it allows other strategies to do better. Whereas in sealed, it's very much just like whoever pulled the best cards tends to win. That's just kind of why I'm a draft gamer, not a sealed gamer. So yeah, I definitely think that a lot of that comes down to what you open in your packs rather than just going for the most powerful character. Also, if I open a pool, right, I open my sealed packs and there's a really good deck I can play with a character that's available, why would I not, right? I think that, I don't know. I don't play the most limited play, so this isn't necessarily geared towards me, but I definitely like this solution more than strictly just handing out a limited amount of characters. But I feel like what happens if you play draft and somebody just like you don't draft the first character and then everyone drafts all the other characters before it gets to you? Can you hate draft characters? Is sealed gonna be like the only format that they're like promoting, right? Because it seems like they really want people to play sealed instead of draft. That's just a small thing I'm getting. It was also a turnoff for new players who didn't know what was going on and had to pick from many possible character cards instead of just the ones in their decks. A character card in every pack changes that entirely. So, I guess from all the characters in the set rather than just the ones that they pulled in their sealed pool. Okay. So it makes limited formats more accessible. That's great. Forces us to make sure we build a large enough card set to support limited formats. Also, really good idea. Allows us to pivot away from the confusing and time-consuming process of mailing out character cards. Dig that. Make your job easy. Do less. Do it better. Makes opening boosters feel more awesome. In sealed play, yeah. I'll give you that in sealed play. Beginning with Undaunted Raid, Universe's booster packs will contain 11 instead of 10. Yeah, that's the guaranteed booster. So I think it's a big W, right? Like, I think this is huge. It's probably a much, much bigger W for people who really like sealed play, who really prefer limited play. Like I said, I would like to sit down and do a draft like maybe once every couple months, maybe once a month. But every time I go to a pre-release and it's sealed, I just kind of open my packs and I just pick a character that kind of works good for what I opened, and it doesn't feel great. I didn't get to curate my experience at all. I didn't really get to like plan ahead or anything. I just opened all my packs and just went, what's the best symbol I have? And then I found out that no one else was symbol chaining. And it was just a very weird experience. Farewell to editions. I can already tell you this is a massive W. When Jasco Games first started distributing cards for the My Hero Academia universe, took a new approach to the way we release product. It's the first time I know of Jasco Games or UFS or Universes having first edition. So they had a first edition, a limited card print, and then they did unlimited. The idea that collectors would enjoy first edition due to its exclusivity, but that's just not true anymore. I don't know anyone who does first editions anymore. Flesh and Blood finally stopped doing it. First edition is just, I'm just going to say it, guys. I don't want to be negative or like yuck your yum if you're a collector and you like first editions. I don't get it. I don't understand it. First edition just makes me feel bad when I get unlimited as my prize support. All it does is create a feel bad when you end up with unlimited product that you didn't choose. And I've just never understood the point of this card has a stamp on it. It's never appealed to me, not a single time. It's never been good for a card game market. It just leaves people with feel bads when they see something listed as a first edition, then they get scammed and a guy sends them an unlimited, or they even accidentally send an unlimited, or they accidentally listed it at unlimited, and in the picture it's, first edition. Like, it's just not smart. I just don't get it. So getting rid of first edition is just an all-around W. I don't see the point of its existence. And again, I've never heard of anyone caring about first editions unless they're trying to use card games as a form of cryptocurrency. So I'm a game player. I'd rather the cards get out to people, and Unlimited was supposed to help that because it was going to keep the game accessible and drive prices down. And instead, it just caused a lot of confusion. So, it says here, coupled with the confusion, local game stores experienced matching products to players and negative feedback regarding the impact of premium card treatments like Chrome Rares. It became abundantly clear that this was a failed experiment that needed a pivot. I like their use of the word pivot. That's something I use a lot when I talk about gameplay for this game. So we need to pivot from your initial strategy to something new. It's good that they recognize it. So W for getting rid of first editions and just having one big release, or just, the same type of release. So, Chrome Rares return. Okay, so we're going to get from the last video you might have seen, there was no additional data on Chrome Rares. So, in Heroes Clash, we debuted a new type of rarity, Chrome Rares. These cards were a big hit and featured a unique foiling treatment with serialized numbering. Each of the 5 cards selected for Chrome Rarity was a unique 1 to 100 copy. They helped to making opening a booster feel awesome. I wouldn't know. I never opened one. I don't know anybody who opened one. I never opened one. I've never even actually seen one in person. I saw one on camera. I was at Nats. A guy opened one at Nats and he showed it on the camera, but I didn't see it in person while I was there. So in Undaunted Raid, we built on what was successful with the first Chrome Rares, keeping the foil treatment in their serialized nature, something Magic's been doing for a couple sets now too. There are 5 cards selected as Chromes, each a 1 to 100. One new feature, the cards selected are not character cards. Again, I think that's a W. I think that's good. If you're a Chrome Rare hunter, or if you want to play with a Chrome Rare, you should have to get as many copies as you need for your deck. That's just, I don't know, it's good business. That's a W to me. I would much rather have someone who needs to track down 4 Chrome back alley haymakers because then they're more likely to buy mine. You know, if you only need 1 copy of a Chrome Rare and I pull a, I pulled the Chrome Rare, but you already bought it from someone else, how does that help me? And we historically haven't seen too many people, I think, hunt them down, or all the people I know who are hunting them bought like 10 cases and couldn't find one anyways. So having more demand for Chrome Rares is a good idea, in my opinion. And having cards that are not strictly like a 1 per deck, like a character card who doesn't stack, makes sense to me. So it's important to experiment in this space to find what players like the most, and we'll be looking at feedback on this change to gauge its reception. I'd be really interested to hear about the feedback, because I don't know any feedback about Chrome Rares. It seemed like people hunted them and all they posted were how many boxes they opened without finding one. I didn't see too much feedback about whether or not people liked them. I assume it helps stores sell a bunch of boxes, so I assume LGSs like them. But I don't have the data on that. I really am super neutral when it comes to Chrome Rares. So then they talk about how there's no more first edition, so Chromes will be in every type of pack. Let's see. Yeah, they're not going to spoil which Chrome Rares there are, which, oh well. Official previews, as long as they show up in a timely manner, seems good. Re-examining secret rares. So this is a lot of information from the last article. Adding a character card to every pack and bringing Chrome Rares back were big steps to make opening Undaunted Ray boosters feel awesome. We also examined how we handle secret rares. Historically, we produced 2 for each set. Was that number correct? Could we do better? Secret rares appeared in approximately 1 out of 3 booster boxes, or 2 secret rares in a case of 6 booster boxes. One piece of feedback we received from players was that they didn't feel comfortable buying a sealed booster box individually out of fear it came from a case whose secret rares had already been found. Yes, that is a huge deal. That is one of the reasons I was not a fan of splitting boxes with people. If we were going to split a box, we'd have to snake draft, and if we were going to snake draft, we'd have to decide what happens if we pull a secret rare. Because it's just not fair if you're going to split a box with someone. So basically, I was kind of forced to either buy a case or buy singles. And, I love to support all my local game stores. I love to support UnFunStuff.com. You can use the code plugin at UnFunStuff.com and save 5% on your order of singles or your case order. So, that's basically where I was at. I was very much a buy singles person. So, I never wanted to actually invest all the way in the case, but at the same time, I got sent 2 booster boxes by Jasco Games, and in 2 booster boxes of League of Villains pulled 2 secret rares, so I might just be the luckiest person alive anyways. Just getting a single booster box did not stop me from getting secret rares. So, all in all, though, I think that 1 secret rare per booster box is the perfect amount. I think that that's actually really cool. My biggest fear is that they're still 1 checks. So this is a massive W as long as they are not very medium 1 checks. If they're really cool cards and they do something really, even if they're character specific, I don't bother that much. It doesn't bother me that much when they're like character specific secret rares. But as long as they're super cool cards, like that should be really hype. So if you buy a case, I wonder, are you going to get 1 of each? Right? 6 boxes, 6 secret rare options. Do you get 1 of each if you buy a case? That would be pretty cool. I like 1 checks. 1 checks for life. Just make them really cool 1 checks. Don't make them 3-speed mid 1 checks. That's my biggest beef. So, they talk about, so it's a terrible experience that players should feel that every booster box has the same opportunity to grant them a set's rarest cards, right? They're like, it's a terrible experience because if players don't feel that way, then they won't want to buy a box. If they're afraid that the box has been picked from a case that, has already been plumbed for a secret rare, then they're not going to want it. So loose boxes felt really bad, even though they were sealed. Now loose packs are going to feel better too. Not just loose boxes. Loose boxes are going to feel great because they're going to have a secret rare involved. But loose packs are going to feel good too because they have a much better chance. I mean, you still run to the issue of if I buy loose packs, the secret rare might have already been pulled. But you already ran into that with ultra rares and stuff like that anyways, right? That's every card game. There's only so much you can do about the rarity and buying loose packs. Most people just buy boxes, but not everyone buys cases. So I think it's really good. This is a W for me. They say how to thread the needle. We settled on 6 unique secret rares. This puts universes closer in line with other TCGs regarding how many of the top level rarity appears in each set. We're also adjusting their drop rate. Instead of 1 per approximately every 3, there'll now be 1 in every booster. We already talked about that. Yeah, approximately. That means in a case, you'll see 6 secret rares instead of 2. And again, I'm wondering how easy it would be to get 1 of each that way. So, be very, very interesting. So the final pivot we made from our experiments in the first few My Hero Academia sets was based on one piece of feedback we heard more than any other. Band set one. No. Many of our coolest cards aren't in booster packs. Yeah, many of the strongest cards are not in booster packs. They previously showed up in quirk packs, box toppers. I thought quirk packs were the box. Quirk packs, box toppers, deck loadable content, and plus ultra packs. You know, don't forget set 3 plus ultra packs. Seizing the advantage, still running amok. So, you know, that's where all the most powerful cards were. Cards featured in those procs are neat, no doubt about it, but the fact that they weren't in booster packs made many fans feel disappointed. The fact that they weren't on Redemption was crazy to me, that they couldn't put quirk pack cards on Redemption. I guess it was to help sell boosters, but it's not a great practice. So a set's coolest cards should be available in the primary product associated with that set. As a result, you won't find the aforementioned products in Undaunted Raid. Instead, the cards you would have included in those types of products are now within the booster packs themselves, meaning it's easier to make a bigger set. Buying that set is more rewarding. Opening packs from that set is much more interesting and has a much higher chance to be awesome. So definitely good stuff here. I'm a big fan of these changes. We'll see how it goes as far as promos go. You know, so far the Provisional Store Championship promos are still mechanically unique, but there's way less of them and they're nowhere near as powerful or as important as they used to be. So that's been a pretty good change. They'll be monitoring this change as it rolls out to continue to explore this design philosophy and adjusting where we think we can make improvements. So far, I like everything I'm hearing, right? As long as the implementation is good and falls in line with this article, I think this is going to be a massive improvement. This is stuff people have been asking for a long time, so I am really, really, really happy that they have decided to get rid of the quirk pack box topper. You know, the DLC didn't bother me too much, but the DLC is frustrating, right? When you're already trying to hunt down so many different things. So as a new player, the fact that you only have to show up to your locals to get plus ultra packs and buy booster packs, buy booster boxes, cases, however you want to put it, that is a massive deal compared to plus ultra packs, booster packs, quirk packs, deck loadable content. There's one other pack I know I'm forgetting. You know, provisional promos. You had to get you had 5 different ways. People were making charts. You don't understand. When the game first came out, you know, when the game was first dropping set 1 in the fall, people made a chart of where to get each type of card and which pack was which pack, and you know, they would use terms like participation pack, but then plus ultra pack, and then victory pack, and it was like, which one is which? This simplifies it. This makes it so much easier. You have participation packs called plus ultra packs that you get for going to locals, you get to going to events, and then you have booster packs. You buy the set. Now, we do have the Clash Reunion box coming out soon, which again, from the last video, I'm very, very excited about. I think some of the cards in that are really cool. People have been iffy, I'll say, on the distribution model, so we'll see if that's the kind of product that people really want to go out and get packs for, how difficult it is to collect those. But it seems like in the future, this is going to be the norm. This should hopefully be the norm, that you just have one big set that encourages people to buy more packs with cool things that you can open, like Chrome Rares, like a secret rare in every box. We still are going to have XRs. You know, there's been no mention of getting rid of XRs. So you'll have all kinds of different goodies to come in your booster box. And then you'll also have great rewards for showing up to your LGS. all in all, I think it's a great change. I'm glad we're finally getting to this point where we are adjusting the way that we put cards out, the number of promos that we have. So really, really big fan. W's all around on this one. Hopefully the implementation goes as smooth as possible because Set 5 has a great opportunity to create a new normal. And that normal could be the thing that people have been asking for a very long time. So if Jasco knocks this one out of the park, I think it's only going to be good for everybody. But let me know what you guys think. Is there any part of this article that you didn't like? Did you prefer the old distribution? Do you want character cards as the only options for Chrome Rares? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace out. All right, that's the YouTube content for today. It still took like an hour. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this idea? I know that a lot of people are not fans of the Chrome Rares not being characters anymore, but I gotta say, I think it's better. I think it's better that they're not characters. I like it. I like that they're not. I prefer the Chrome Rares being cards I put in the deck. Before, if I pulled a Chrome Rare, the likelihood I was gonna play it didn't, I'd have to be playing that character. None of the Chrome Rares were characters I'd ever want to play. Shuffle them. Yeah, before it was like, okay, if I don't play this character, what am I ever going to do with a Chrome Rare? Am I going to sell it? Nobody wants this Chrome Rare, right? It was really hard throughout the article to say I don't think anyone was collecting Chrome Rares. Yeah, if I ever pulled a Chrome Rare, all I'd want to do is sell it because I'm not a collector and it's a collector item, but I don't think people were collecting them. Yeah, I'm wondering what art they used. Because the art should look really cool, but it might just be the character standing there again. You bought a Chrome Shoto. Damn. Wait, where was your Chrome Shoto in Orlando? Why were you not playing with the Chrome Shoto on stream, bro? Oh my goodness. $13.50? I think you overpaid too. Just a bit. Todoroki was the most popular and the most playable. But they were mostly listed for $1,200. $1,200 is about the price. You got too scared to bring it on the plane? I don't blame you with that. I don't blame you at all for that, but oh man. Yeah, I'm not a collector, so they don't interest me personally. It's just not who I am as a person. I would say last batch 1,200 was the most common asking price. 1 through 10 are the best numbers, though. He's right. You got a single digit number. Yeah, you couldn't leave your backpack anywhere. That's true. Especially once you're on stream and everyone knows you're the Chrome Rare Todoroki guy. Luckily, our community is better about that than any others. But I still wouldn't recommend it, Like 5 to 6 years ago, I could say, you could tell people, hey, I'm leaving my backpack here. There's a Chrome Rare in it. Please don't let anyone touch it. And it would still be there when you came back. Nowadays, I don't know everybody in the community. That's a good thing that the community is growing. I just can't vouch for an entire event anymore. Yeah, I'm very curious at which Chrome Rare numbers actually got pulled and sold. Yeah, it's all about environment, right? Deku number 1 got pulled. Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think chromes are kind of weird overall. I think they're better as cards that you would want a 4 of rather than just 1 of. But I can understand why people would prefer them to be characters. He sold it for 4K? Damn. For love of the character? Yeah, I imagine if I pulled the Todoroki, I could have sold it. I probably could have sold the Todoroki Chrome and maybe a Deku Chrome. Those are the only two I could think of, but we'll see. I didn't pull a Chrome, so I didn't pay attention to that marketplace, right? There could have been people chomping at the bit. But, you know, I'm having trouble selling cards already. I got SRs I can't unload for 20 bucks. You know? I got RLE promos that only people in the UK seem to want. So when it comes to fancy versions of cards, I'm just looking for the secondary market value. Eat a Chrome 42, huh? Not just any Chrome. It's gotta be 42, huh? The newest ones, yeah. The Chibi RLEs, I undercut people by half. I undercut at 50% TCG player. I've gotten one person interested in like 2 of them, and they live in the UK, and I told them 10 bucks shipping, they haven't gotten back to me. Last time I shipped to the UK, it cost me $23. But I'm pretty sure if I told the guy 20 bucks, he'd not be interested. We'll see how it goes, though. He might have just been asleep. So. Yeah, I asked for $10. I asked for 5 domestic, 10 international. But the last time I shipped 1 card to the UK, it cost me like $23. So. Yeah. I only asked for 10 because I want to make the sale. Yeah, the one you get 1 for participation. It's not which ones. You get 1 for participation. And it's cremation, I believe. Or is it organized play?
For part 2, oh, you get 2. I lied. I'm a lying bitch. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dipshit. I'm an idiot. I'm bad. Don't clip that. You get cremation and you get effortless movement. You get 2. I posted in Market Sell, Barry. I posted a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly promos. Let me see. I posted... I didn't post with any pictures yet. But I made this post. They wanted hold hostage, stalking her prey, and one others. Tormenting Glare, I think. They wanted like 3 or 4 cards. It came out to like $100. But I sold Vial Seizing and Citywide Crisis, so that was cool. You'd like to get one of each. Well, let me see if this guy gets back to me tomorrow. If not, you can find my prices listed in the main Discord. But yeah, so for participation, you get 1 cremation, you get 1 effortless movement. For top 64, you get stalking her prey. And then for top 8, you get tormenting glare. For commentary, I got 1 of each. So I basically got the same promos that you get for top 8. Aside from the Vial Seizing contender, I guess. Oh, Tormenting Glare is top 16, top 32. Oh, I'm all over the place. Okay, top 32 gets 1 of each promo. God, this is so annoying to read. This is actually so annoying to track it. I wish it actually just said everything you get. Like, oh man. I wish it was cumulative. The tiers below are not cumulative, but I wish they were. So, and they didn't include the participation with it. That's the only thing that's weird. Is they could have just included the participation. Yeah, all that matters is the playability. I used to get 4 of each for doing commentary. And they'd let me pick which ones I want, actually. Not 4 of each. I used to get like 4 promos per event. And they'd let me pick which ones I want. So I could just get a playset. Like every event I did, I would just get a playset of a provisional promo. And then when I did Nats, they gave me... they gave me 2 of each. And then I got top 32 in top 16. And I ended up getting like 2 of each that way. And I ended up with like... Yeah, I ended up with 2 playsets total after everything. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what judges get. I think judges get paid a little bit less than us in cash, but you guys get way better product support. So there's that. But I also don't have to go to the venue at 6 a.m. and get bossed around, so there's that. So, you know, I'm taking it in stride, but yeah, for participation you get 2 promos. If you make it to top 32, you get the other 2 promos. And so I basically got promos for top 32. And I still have promos coming from Oceanic Regional. I haven't gotten my promos for that, so I assume I'll get 1 of each again. I think they need to adjust the promo counts for the players more than the people working. Realistically, I don't want product compensation. I don't. Just pay me. It was really cool. that it cost them 10 cents to give me a Plus Ultra promo that I could sell for $50. So that works out better. You know, it works out better that they could give me promos that are worth money. So that's better for everybody if the option of just paying me more doesn't exist. But I don't know, man. If there was one of each promo like that people got, and these were like Vile Season, like the Vile Season Contender is legit, I guess. But if they were like Back Alley Haymakers, I mean Electric Jolt was solid. I would have said Ready, Get, Set, Go a week and a half ago. Yeah, the prices are going to drop again. I can't even sell them for 50% off right now. You know? Like, they don't really have value. It sucks. The Vile Season Contenders, I've heard sold for 600. I've heard someone managed to get 600 for one. So they're pretty popular, but that's an ultra rare from the set that people actually play. Cremation should be really popular, but I can't find a buyer for it. What do I have Cremation listed at? $30. I put Cremation up for $30. And I don't have anyone interested in it. When I listed Stalking Her Prey at 50, it was 100 on TCG Player. The Silver Vial Season looks really good. But like, it used to be that if you got second place, you were the only person with the Contender promo. Now, 8 people get the Contender promo. You know? So, I guess I could adjust the price on Stalking Her Prey again, but I'm still undercutting the market. And I'd really like to waifu tax people. The person from the UK did have interest in stalking, hold hostage, and tormenting. So, I'm holding on to that, hoping they reply to me tomorrow morning. But we'll see. Because they sent me the message at 8 in the morning, and I replied afternoon. I think I put Effortless up for 30. Like, I don't know, man. I always seem to sell my stuff way cheaper than other people are able to sell their stuff. And it makes no sense. I'll leave stuff up at like 20% off for months and not get an offer. And as soon as I sell it for like 30, 40% off, someone else sells it for an upcharged amount, and it blows my mind. But I don't know. I definitely think they could be a little less stingy with the promos, but I think more important than the amount is picking better cards. That's really it. Cremation is a good pick. Stalking Her Prey would be a good pick if Toga was remotely playable. Because Stalking Her Prey is actually nuts. Stalking Her Prey is actually an insanely good card. People should be playing Stalking Her Prey outside of Toga. It's a nuts card in Toga. Yeah, maybe I should just start listing on TCG Player. I don't really want to deal with TCG Player, but I don't know. I should just start listing on TCG Player, I guess. I've not had too many issues. Like, if the cards are worthwhile, I have no problem finding buyers on Facebook and on Discord. But I also don't know if I want to, like, if TCG Player has a store. That might mess up my tax situation. That might mess up some stuff I got going on with the government. So that might not be something I want to do. I've also, like, I've held back a little bit on on PayPal vending, so we'll see how that goes.
Sell for store credit. Okay, that makes sense. Hamajiki was a mistake. That is what he says, isn't it? You just pick. Are you saying that they all have to be face down before you get to flip them? I don't know. What's the difference between him flipping one face down and then face up again? What once per turn in momentum exists? Well, no, you would just do as much as you can. If he worded it exactly like that, I still don't see the mistake. Where's he at? Where do we have Amajiki? Yeah, you pick 3. If they're face up, you flip them face down. And then you flip them face up again. Which means he's going to have a once per turn from momentum in his kit. Like, almost guaranteed. But I don't see why that's a mistake. It'd be a mistake if they had to be face up. That would be a mistake. That would just be like, oh, well, Electric Jolt does not combo with him. Lame. Not that we really need any more ways to make Electric Jolt really good, I'm just saying. Right. That's good, Barry. How is that a mistake? No one's playing Rushing Stab already. That's a good thing. Where's the mistake? Why would I want to flip other cards face down? You want him to be worse? He's a mistake because he's too good? And you want him to switch 3 different face ups for different face downs? It's a mistake because you can just unflip 3 instead of flipping 1 to unflip 1? As a 720, he's probably too weak in this format. Like, there's no way I'm nerfing this guy while this guy exists. There's no world, unless his kit's busted, but there's like no world where in a vacuum this guy is more busted than this guy. Okay. He does not. Okay. So the way Tamajiki works is, let's say I have 3 jolts in my momentum. I flip it to commit your stuff. I commit 3 of your foundations. I have flipped all of them face down. I then enhance once per game. I choose up to 3 momentum. I choose the same jolts that are face down. Period. Choose 3 momentum, period. If they are face up, flip them. Period. They're not face up, I don't flip them. Period. Now I flip all 3 jolts face up. Period. You can choose any face down momentum. You can choose any momentum. If they are face up, you flip them face down. Period. Then, no matter what happened to them, no matter where they started, you unflip them.
I think he just missed one period. Also, universes, you still just do as much as you can. Yeah. You still do as much as you can anyways. So I'm pretty sure even without the period as it's worded, that's still how it would work. But you can unflip. You can just have 3 face down momentum and unflip them all. That is how that works. However, you cannot choose 3 face up momentum, flip them face down, and then choose 3 different momentum to flip up. You do have to flip the same momentum, but I don't know where that would ever come into play, so. But yeah, I imagine he's going to have a once per turn in his kit. He's going to have a once per turn from momentum in the kit. You have the blurry image. So you have the beer filter on. You have the drunk filter on. Yeah, his package has the most chance to be crazy for sure. Alright guys, I've been here longer than I thought I would be. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am going to take off though. I'm going to work on editing those videos tomorrow. And then... Oh, tomorrow 3 p.m. we're doing the Commander. We're playing the Aces Highlander. So please check that out. That's going to be really hype. Hopefully I have a lot of people to play games with. I'll send a reminder in the Discord. But 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I plan to start that stream. So I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight. Get up nice and early tomorrow. Get all ready to go. Yeah, please message me about the promos. I could definitely use the money. The first of the month is coming up. So I think overhaul is too complicated for a starter too, but that's a discussion for a different time. I'm going to take off, guys. I'll catch you around. Peace out.